Welcome to How to Rock Spirit's Sun Moon Alchemy series. This audio was compiled and recorded by Dustin Cormier, a Leo Ascendant Scorpio with Sagittarius Moon, born in the year of the Metal Ram. All the possible Western Sun and Moon sign combinations can be found and learned about here. This information is for educational purposes only. I do not own any of the following content. For more astrology lectures and my own Cosmic Consciousness audio lecture series, check out How to Rock Spirit's YouTube channel, where I rap about everything from philosophy and transpersonal psychology, to psychedelic spirituality, to tantric and occult mysticism, and even to Marx and Engels and the materialist sciences. See you there! Sun in Fire Sign. Basically motivated by inspirations and aspirations. Recharges energy through vigorous, physically demanding activity and by pursuing new visions for the future. Sun in Leo. Expresses self with warmly radiant vitality and constant need to be noticed. Creative energy is colored by a sense of drama and bigness. Motivated by a need to be recognized for one's generosity. Radiates confidence and encouragement to others. Can vitalize any enterprise. Pride is a dominant personality characteristic, heartfelt but childlike. Emotions are always at work. The moon sign and its element. These notes are also still from Stephen Arroyo's Chart Interpretation Handbook. The element of the moon sign represents an attunement from the past that manifests automatically, a mode of feeling and being that one needs to be aware of in order to feel inwardly secure and at home with oneself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. By such modes of self-expression, you are satisfying a deep inner need that can give stability to your entire personality. The moon's element also shows how you react instinctively to all experiences, with what energy you spontaneously adjust yourself to the flow of life. Moon in Air Signs. Reacts to changing experiences with forethought and objective evaluation. Feels comfortable with self when expressing ideas and interacting socially. Moon in Gemini. Reacts quickly, perceptively, changeably, with unending curiosity. Feels secure in responding to a variety of mental stimuli and in being involved in more than one activity at a time. Adapts to change by using the mind and making connections. Communicates about inner emotional life, a need to verbalize emotions in order to feel connected with them. Sense of security can be deterred by emotional energy scattered in many directions. The following information comes from Isabel Hickey's Astrology, a Cosmic Science, copyright 1992 by Isabel M. Hickey Trust. Moon in Gemini. Versatile, shrewd, and critical. Dual forces and subconscious. Superficial. Because it is the 12th house sign of Cancer, which is moon ruled, the Gemini moon can be its own worst enemy. Needs to be honest. Restless in search for truth. Needs to look beneath the surface. Longing for knowledge. Spread themselves too thin and scatter their forces. Unless Saturn or Scorpio is strong, can waste tremendous energy in chattering. Jittery nervous system. Torn apart by changing feelings which reflect in nervous tension. Too strong a tie with relatives. Not a free agent if they cling too long to family pattern. In a male chart, attracts a nervous and high-strung mate. Sun Moon Alchemy. The elemental combinations of the sun sign and the moon sign. The following information comes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Copyright Charles and Susie Harvey, 1994, again in 2003. First published by Aquarian, 1994. Each sun-moon type is a combination of elements. In the following descriptions of the element combinations, please remember that the pairing can be either way around. For example, a fire-earth combination refers equally to sun-fire, moon-earth, as it does to sun-earth, moon-fire. There will be subtle differences, but the dynamic is generally the same. The fire-air type is a real live wire, full of exciting ideas and able to communicate them with tremendous zeal, which impresses and persuades everyone around them. If taken to the extreme, this makes this individual full of bluster and bombast, long-winded and prone to be carried away by his own rhetoric and eloquence. Others may also be carried away, as he tends to have lots of joie de vivre, cleverness, and charisma. Noel Coward, Sun in Sagittarius, Moon in Gemini, expresses the wit and impatience of this combination well. I write at high speed because boredom is bad for my health. Indeed, boredom is something this type usually shuns and can avoid because they think and live at such a fast pace. If the sun is in air and the moon is in fire, the effect is rather like that of a hot air balloon, a beautiful way to travel that takes you way up into the giddy heights. So likewise, this type tends to be a utopian idealist, seeing ever more distant sunny shores to which the human race may travel, loftier vistas and wider horizons. Alternatively, if this type gets on a high horse, they can be very moralistic, quote-unquote knowing exactly what is good for us. Shadow side. This type is a potential visionary, but visionaries need earthiness in order to bring ideas to fruition. The fire-air individual can be impractical and may exhaust himself with his intense sociability and the generation of stimulating ideas and new risks. If he remains in the realm of impersonal possibilities, he becomes cut off from body and the more mundane but essential needs of human life. And without emotional vulnerability, they miss out on real intimacy. Relationships. Fire-air types are so mentally active and gregarious, so keen to understand and to share their understanding, that they rarely play the role of the loner in the crowd. Their interests drive them on, and when they get to their destination, they meet and strike up conversations and relationships with other interesting mavericks. In a relationship, they need intellectual rapport and plenty of freedom to pursue their own interests. They may often be out of touch with their feelings and emotional needs, and an earth-water type can help remind them that they are, in fact, human. There is a kind of restlessness, eternal youthfulness about the fire-air type. They may often be out of touch with their feelings and emotional needs, and an earth-water type can help remind them that they are, in fact, human, earth and water being the opposite of air and fire. There's a kind of restless, eternal youthfulness about the fire-air type, which is very appealing, but without the challenges of serious relationship, they can remain somewhat emotionally immature and superficial. Male versus female. The extroverted, enthusiastic, and argumentative qualities of this type are applauded in males, whilst females of this type tend to be seen as masculine and intimidating. Female fire-air types tend not to settle for traditional roles that limit their potential and are therefore often at the cutting edge of social change. Both males and females of this type lead pacey lives to some extent, and can often live by their wits and land themselves at opportunity's doorstep with the greatest of ease. The following observations about your Sun-Moon combination are drawn from insights gained from astrologer Jefferson Anderson's book, Sun Sign, Moon Sign, an observation of many different individuals. The writing itself comes from Mantak Chia and William U. Wei's Cosmic Astrology. Copyright 2012 by North Star Trust, published by Destiny Books. Sun in Leo, Moon in Gemini. The confidence man. You express yourself with spectacular style as well as feeling, and you are outspoken. Your sarcasm and keen perception are widely known, and you can be a combination of speaker, comedian, speechwriter, or dramatist. George Bernard Shaw is a great example of a Leo Gemini. Unfortunately, a con artist is also possible with this combination. You are no exception to the fact that Leos are lazy. Anything that requires order and concentration is strictly avoided, and you are great at delegating responsibility and thus avoiding work. You need to be the center of attention or you are not happy. All parts of you, from your humor to your hair to your ability to speak well, seek adoration and ego boosting. You do have, after all, a large ego. You often keep away from the very challenges that could give you some real self-esteem and recognition. Frequently, a heavy social calendar is actually your way of avoiding responsibility. You are quite removed, even though people think you are understanding, compassionate, and sociable. It is amazing how readily you can end an affection or relationship without crying a tear. You are a very discerning critic because of your aptitude to observe and evaluate others from afar, but this may cause your friends a lot of disappointment. You are never fearful to tell your partner how you feel because you are open and unrestrained in love. Due to your deep-seated need for variety and exhilaration, your romantic life is constantly in flux. The inner Gemini impatience repeatedly causes you to be irresponsible, no matter how resolute and hardworking you may seem to others. Concentrating your energies on one area is not simple for you. Your curious mind is always seeking exploration, and your greatest happiness is constant diversity. Living for thrills and stimulation should be stopped, and you should focus more on lasting self-fulfillment. You will achieve much more in the end if you are patient. You can find incredible expression ideally via reporting, writing, or drama, so that the creative strengths of your Leo character can be fulfilled. Your combination has versatility and, actually, you can stand out in almost any field you choose. You can talk anyone into anything, so you would be a wonderful salesperson. Gaining social distinction and recognition will probably use much of your time. This can become very strong for some Leo Geminis. Interpolated notes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Sun in Leo, Moon in Gemini. Your greatest strengths: a fine mind, quick wit, open-hearted friendliness, organizational abilities, optimism and resilience, the original way in which you combine high ideals with a love of adventure and an instinct for opportunity. Your greatest weaknesses: a tendency to rationalize, general restlessness and fickleness in emotional affairs, proneness to manifest all the undesirable qualities of the rebellious child when it pleases you to do so. Images for integration: on a bright summer's day, a butterfly turns into a radiant being. Children singing happy birthday to you at a celebrity birthday party.